Welcome to the Quotive Corner. Today's episode is a little different in tone, deliberately so, because this one is for the graduates. Whether you just walked across a stage, or you're about to, or you're watching someone you love do it, this episode is aimed directly at that moment. That particular mix of pride and relief and excitement and quiet terror about what comes next. Take pride in how far you've come. Have faith in how far you can go. But don't forget to enjoy the journey. That's Michael Josephson, ethicist, speaker, and founder of the Josephson Institute of Ethics, an organization dedicated to character education and ethical leadership. He spent decades as a law professor before devoting his career to the question of what it means to live and lead with integrity. His work has reached millions of people across education, business, and public life. 3 sentences, 3 separate instructions, and each one is doing something different, something worth unpacking separately because they don't all get equal attention in the way most people receive this quote. Take pride in how far you've come. This one gets skipped the most, especially by high achievers, especially by people who have been grinding through something difficult for years and have trained themselves to keep their eyes on the next thing, because that's what got them here. The diploma is barely in hand and the mind is already calculating what comes next. The celebration feels almost dangerous, like stopping to enjoy it might break the momentum that built it. But Josephson is saying, stop, briefly, honestly, and take stock of what you've actually done. You showed up, repeatedly, in the face of doubt, difficulty, distraction, and 100 easier options. You did work you didn't always want to do. You pushed through moments where quitting would have been entirely understandable. You built something. That is real. And the person who never pauses to acknowledge their own progress tends to arrive at the next milestone with the same quiet dissatisfaction they carried to this one, because the habit of discounting the present in favor of the future is exactly that, a habit. One that needs to be interrupted before it runs the rest of your life. We've talked in this show before about the relationship between effort and systems, that your daily defaults are what actually determine outcomes. The habit of genuine self-acknowledgement is part of that system, not arrogance, not performance. Honest recognition of the distance traveled. It fuels the next leg of the journey rather than depleting it. Have faith in how far you can go. This is the forward-facing instruction, and it's the one that gets the most airtime in commencement speeches, usually in the form of "the sky is the limit" or "your best days are ahead." Josephson isn't saying that. He's saying something more specific and more honest. He's saying faith, not certainty, not guarantee. Faith. Faith implies the absence of proof. It means moving forward without a complete picture of the destination, committing to the direction before you can see the whole road. And for anyone standing at the threshold of a new chapter, that's exactly what the moment requires. You don't know what comes next. You can't. The degree in your hand is not a map. It's a starting point. In a previous episode, we discussed how Aeschylus told us that wisdom comes alone through suffering, that certain kinds of understanding can only be reached by going through something, not around it. The graduate standing at the edge of what comes next hasn't gone through it yet. They can't have, but the work they have already done, the discipline built, the resilience tested, the capacity for sustained effort demonstrated, is evidence, not proof of what they'll achieve, but evidence of what they're capable of bringing to the attempt. That evidence is the foundation of Josephson's faith. It isn't blind, it's earned. But don't forget to enjoy the journey. And here is the one that gets the least credit, delivered last, almost as an afterthought. And yet, it may be the most important of the 3. Because this is the one most graduates will violate most consistently across the years ahead. The cultural script for ambitious people runs like this: work hard now, enjoy it later. Sacrifice the present for the future. Keep your head down, delay gratification, and the reward will arrive eventually. After the next degree, the next promotion, the next milestone, the next proof that you've earned the right to exhale. It's a script that produces genuine achievement and genuine misery in roughly equal measure. And by the time most people realize they've been running it, a significant portion of their life has passed in a kind of deferred living that never quite arrives at the enjoyment it promised. Remember when we talked about Anthony Bourdain? He spent his career arguing that travel, and by extension experience, is not a reward for working. It's education for living. The same principle applies to the journey itself. The years between here and wherever you're going are not the price you pay for the destination. They are the destination. The relationships built, the lessons earned, the ordinary Tuesdays that accumulate into a life. Those are not filler between the milestones. Those are the thing. James Clear showed us that systems, the daily infrastructure of how you actually live, produce outcomes more reliably than goals. Josephson is making the companion argument, don't be so consumed by the goal that you forget to build a life worth living on the way to it. The journey isn't the waiting room. It's the main event. So for anyone in a cap and gown, or recently out of one, or watching someone they love cross that stage, here is what Josephson is actually handing you. Not 3 pieces of advice. 1 complete idea in 3 movements. Honor what you've already built. Trust what it says about what you can still build. And for the love of everything, don't sprint through the building so fast that you arrive at the end without having lived in it. The pride is yours. The future is yours. The journey, every inconvenient, unpredictable, occasionally wonderful mile of it, is yours too. Don't forget to show up for it. Congratulations to every graduate listening. This one was for you. And here's my little thought for you. Wisdom isn't in the quote, it's in the reflection. I'll see you in the next one.